Yep.
Hello and welcome to another exciting week at the Giggity Racing League. That sounds weird saying.
A little bit.
We're starting off with a 7% dash at ISM. I'm not sure of the length. Probably like 20 laps maybe.
I think so. I can find out for you right now. You
I'm
said
searching it right now.
7%. It is 14 laps.
14 laps. We have 8 drivers shooting for 3 spots.
We got RKM in the 66 Toyota, Sergeant Sauls in the 61 Ford, RJ Smitty in the 11 Chevy, Maddie in the 16 Ford, Rebel in the 60 Ford, A Trout in the 45 Toyota, Spanker in the 9 Chevy, and Noco in the 7 Chevy.
There's some good talent in there. That'll actually be a really good shootout.
And I actually think this dash will be a little bit more communication friendly, seeing how there is only 8 people. They're all in one group chat instead of having it split into manufacturers. It might give everybody a little bit better, calling out their lines.
Could also make for a lot more argument if you're fighting for that last spot.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, they said they're going to go at 7:05.
Alrighty.
So we got about 3 minutes here and we'll get underway racing. It's my mistake. I posted in the chat that we were going to go at 7:05 and everybody had to get their last minute smokes and bathroom breaks in before they go green.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got a
Definitely
good
got
feel
to
of the cars.
calm the nerves before the race.
I actually got a good feel of the cars in the Xfinity regulars. Last week I think we only had like 6 or 7 of them, and then this week we have 11 regulars racing.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that not everybody's going to make it, a little bit, because only one person didn't make the dash last week.
Yeah, we got 3 of them not making it this week. Only 5 cars qualify. We have one hot seat driver in the regular race in the Vegas and ISM. He won't make Las Vegas, but because of that, we have to leave the seat open for him, and that's why only 5 drivers advance.
So, we all know how the old one, turn 1 and 2, is now 3 and 4, coming into that dog leg for the start-finish line. If you're coming into what is now 3 and 4, that tight corner, what's the chances do you think somebody using their bumper on the last lap trying to get that final position?
Well, I think not necessarily in turn 4, but I know that getting into 3 is it's a make or break on the track. Getting into 1 and 2, well, I guess it's coming off 1 and 2 and getting into 3 and 4 are really your 2 pass zones. 1 and 2, you get a little loose. Somebody might slip up a little too excited that they're going to make it. As for going into 3 and 4, I wouldn't be shocked to see somebody try to just throw it in there, drop down low, and just use 8 wheels instead of the 4.
I have one question.
Yes.
And who is Jenny 201569?
I have no idea.
Because they're commenting on our broadcast right now saying, WTF is this? You trying to get a whooping on this too if I get it. Somebody you've raced with before, maybe?
Let me check this out. I don't know, but everybody always thinks they're faster than everybody when they don't have the game, and then they get the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Their comment on our broadcast there, but
If you
I
feel
tell you
like you
what,
got a
whoever you
chance,
are,
come
Jenny.
on.
Yeah, Jenny, if you want to run with us, we're more than welcome to let you come and duke it out. You'll have to start down in our truck league, of course. That's where all of our new drivers go. Prove that you have potential to make it up to the higher series.
Alright, well, it's 1906, so they should be getting underway right about now, correct? And there's the invite as soon as I say that. It was. Alrighty. Well. Oh, a call out on Mr. Rebel Joker. That's who he's talking to. Okay.
Rebel Joker, he's in this race. I think this is his first dash he's participated in, actually. Interested to see how well he does.
He had a little bit of a lag issue the other night running at Texas with us at our next car series, but let's see if he got that straightened out tonight.
I've raced with him now 3 or 4 times, and each time I've raced with him, there's been a slight lag issue.
Well, let's get this going. Here they go. Oh, already fanning out.
What are they, 5 wide, getting ready to go into one?
Yes,
Now remember,
they
there's
are.
only 14 laps. We have 8 drivers, so those that started in the rear, they don't have a whole lot of time to try to get themselves
No, they
into that
don't.
top 5 spot.
Looks like they're still 3 wide going down the backstretch, heading for turn 3 on this tight curve. So as we see, who's that? Somebody made contact with the 45.
Looks like the 60 was up at the wall, which is the Rebel Joker. 45 and the 16 fighting out for the final starting spot. That would be Maddie in the 16 and the 45 of Trout.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, 60. Rebel Joker bounces off the wall.
As we see everybody going through that dog leg all the way at the bottom, getting as much as a straight line as possible.
Maddie seems to be drifting a little higher than Trout. He needs to try to stay a little lower on the corners and keep right on the button.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he's probably just a hair loose than what he wants to be. He was running the 7 earlier, but I sent him, a few customizations, for the tire pressures and stuff, a few adjustments on an 8. And I think that might be what he's running. He might just not be quite used to it yet.
Oh, yeah, and with a dash like this, you don't have enough time. You're not hitting and making adjustments. You're just going to have to run it how it is.
Yeah, I'm going to feel bad if he don't make it now, seeing how I gave it to him.
Now, so the top 5 have kind of broken away, and those are probably going to be your 5 that make it.
Probably.
However, the 7 of Noco, this is his 2nd or 3rd dash that he's been in. He's not one to necessarily just sit around and ride and advance.
No,
he still wants to win, whether it's a dash or it's the race. Either way, he wants to get that victory.
Yeah, as I see Maddie taking that high arch going in through the corner. I just don't know if that highlight is the place to be right now.
No, I definitely think, especially in 1 and 2, he needs to try, especially in 3 and 4, he needs to try and get to the yellow line, if not below it. He actually had a pretty good 1 and 2 there.
He did. It looked like he closed it a little bit.
Yeah, he was running pretty good. See, right here, going into 3 and 4, he actually needs to get as close to that inside wall as he can, and then be able to drop down on the apron a little sooner, even by the start finish line.
Yeah, he's probably not getting into the brakes probably as quick as he needs to be, and it's drifting up a little bit because, as you can see, going into 1 and 2, he does all right, but 3 and 4 is, a little bit tighter of a turn. You got to get in it just a little bit quicker. This is the 11 of RJ Smitty leading the way. Looks like all of the top 5 really looks like they got pretty decent cars tonight.
It looks as though they've spread out a little bit. Looks like maybe the 66 and Noco might have something for each other. But all in all, it looks like they're running so even that neither one of them is getting a step on the other.
And another thing, yeah, seeing how they're all in the same party, I'm pretty sure they're telling everybody, especially the ones in the top 5 right now, saying, listen, just run your line, you're in, don't make no mistakes.
Now, an interesting fact here is actually, if you look, that we have 2 Toyotas, 3 Chevys, and 3 Fords in this race. The 3 Ford drivers are the ones running in the back, so they may have talked on all having one slider or preset for this race, while the others, the Ford camp, was struggling to figure out a good one.
Yeah, you gotta throw it up in there. Ford's
Hey,
struggling.
this is coming from somebody as a Ford driver, but they are struggling in this race.
I can see that. Maybe, who knows, maybe Larson can change that around. He got us our first one of the season in Atlanta a couple weeks ago, so.
Larson, in the regulars here for the Xfinity series, Larson is actually, which you'll see him later tonight in the 28 car, he seems to be one of the faster of all the regulars in the Xfinity series, actually. Of course, they're only 1 week in, this being week 2, but he looks to be somebody to watch for the championships this season.
Actually, this is week 3.
This is the week 2 for
Larson,
guys, isn't it?
No, I can remember we ran Daytona, Atlanta first week we ran.
No,
okay,
Daytona
right.
and Atlanta was one AJG and Spanker last week, and then this is week 2 for the Xfinity Series, Vegas and ISM. It's confusing because the Cup starts us off on Sundays for the beginning of the week. So Cup's been 2 weeks now, and then this is week 2 of the Xfinity.
Yep. Oh.
Ooh.
Tapped a wall.
RKM looking out on Noco.
Alright, well, let's switch back here and see. As the 45 looks to make a run on that 9 Spanker as well.
The 7 is drifting high. Those 4 are pretty close. They're actually seeming to get pretty racy. I don't know if they're coming to the end of the laps or what's going on, but I know if it's me personally, they have a good lead over the 16 of Matty, and there's not really any reason to push the issue here. Just kind of ride around, and they're going to get to qualify with the regulars if they advance, so there's no real need at all to push the issue here.
Oh no. As the race is
That
over.
looks like that was it.
As we see, Smitty goes sideways across the start-finish line, causing everybody else to apparently go sideways.
Yeah.
So we got Smitty holding in number 1. Looks like we had RKM finished in 2nd. We got Noco in 3rd. Who's that? Trout? No, it wasn't Trout. Who was that?
Trout did qualify in the 45.
Trying to figure out who finished 4th. Who was that?
The 66. Oh, the 9 of Spanker. Apologies.
Yeah, not a Spanker. His name's confusing sometimes. All right. Top 5, Smitty, Noco, RKM, Spanker, and Trout advance, while Matty, Sauls.
Matty will actually probably be racing the Las Vegas races. There's actually only 10 regulars in the first race, as Trey got a hot seat, but he's only an ISM.
All right, then. And that'll give us an even 16 for both races.
Alright, we can end this broadcast.
Alrighty.
And actually, it looks like Larson is not going to make it at all.
Oh. Does that put Matty in for both then?
Um, that would put him in. Ooh, I think the 60 would make it in for Vegas. At least. I don't know whether or not Larson. Let's see, RKM sent a final finish in order. That puts the 61 of Sergeant Sauls in for Vegas, as Rebel Joker didn't finish.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get this all straightened out, and we'll be back live again whenever they start the first race at Las Vegas. And I hope y'all join
Okay.
us then.